The first homecoming was in 1923, and I don't know what that schedule was, but I'm quite sure there were a lot of Westminster alums back on campus that were glad to be here and see what campus was like then. And then this year will actually be our 51st homecoming parade. So that's a little bit later addition to the festivities, but one of our favorite parts each year.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, this year, can you give me a rundown of some of the alumni events that'll be happening? I understand they come in on Friday, correct?
That's right. We start Friday. Our first formal event is our Distinguished Alumni Lecturer Luncheon, and that's a little bit more of a behind-the-scenes event. And this year, with the English Department and the Political Science and Sociology Department have each invited an alum back to be speaking to the classes. So we get some alums back on campus to share their experience, and we'll be recognizing those folks at lunch. Our 50th plus alums, the alums that have been out for 50 years or more, will be back on campus that afternoon for the Golden Tower Society activities and campus tours, an opportunity to hear the Oregon and Wallace Chapel, a little bit of history about that. Then that evening, we have an opportunity to honor our alumni for outstanding accomplishment, community service, and service to Westminster with the presentation of our Westminster Alumni Citations and Outstanding Young Alumni Award. And Dr. Becker from the class of 71, and Jan Wilson from the class of 80, and Dr. Anthony Pison from the class of 97 will be honored on Friday evening. So that's a little bit more formal start to the weekend. Then, of course, Saturday we kick off in the morning with hospitality areas welcoming hundreds of alums back. The parade is a very visible portion of the weekend that a lot of students are involved in. Then we have 4 different luncheons that'll be going on campus for a variety of reunion classes, and the athletic department is hosting some past football teams back. And then we have some other side things with campus tours. And then, of course, the Titan football game, which is a great favorite. And then some reunion dinners in the evening. So it's a full day of events.
Now, going back to the selected alumni that receive an award for this, how do you select which alumni and which proud student coming back to Westminster gets to receive such an award?
Well, it's a process that actually works through our Alumni Council. They take nominations from all alums, and our faculty are welcome to submit nominations as well. And then each year they look through that nominations pool and can award up to 3 alumni citations and 1 Outstanding Young Alumni Award a year. And it's always a wonderful event and very interesting to see what these alums are doing. And it really is a nice way to represent our liberal arts background. Dr. Becker is a professor at Emory and studies how healthcare works. Mrs. Wilson is a vocalist and works for the League of American Orchestras and is very much in the arts and the music. And Dr. Pison is actually a physician and works a lot with poison control and how to treat cases of poisoning. So we kind of see a variety of ways that our alums go from Westminster and what they can do. It's nice.
Wow. Well, they must be very excited to come back to their old stomping grounds. But now, I understand that there's a couple classes that get to be the judges of the big homecoming parade this Saturday. Why do alumni get to judge the event? Is it something that they just all want to do, or is it a way to include them in past memories?
A little bit of both. Well, first off, students, it would be hard to find enough students to judge the parade because we have so many involved on activities on campus. But for many years, the 50th class reunion has been coming back, and that's sort of a special treat for them as we honor them for their 50 years of connection with Westminster after their student years. So it's a nice way to involve them. They certainly remember when they were students and involved in the parade, and now it's fun for them to get to see the current students.
Oh, well, it makes them feel very special, of course.
Yes.
So after the parade, now, how are you making room for all of these? How many do you think are going to come this year?
Well, we know right now that we have over 200 for lunch in Witherspoon rooms, so we're working on that. We expect close to another 200 in Old 77, and that one, not everybody makes advance reservations for, so it's a little bit of a guess, but we have some history that we look back at. Then we'll have 2 groups meeting down in the club room and Berlin Lounge, and usually we come pretty close to filling those spaces as well. So
Okay.
there'll be
Well,
lots of
one
folks.
last question. When's kickoff this Saturday?
Kickoff is at 1:30. We look forward to lots of alums down there to cheer on the Titans, and pregame begins at 1 with the introduction of the homecoming court and the performance from the band.